सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः. So we are seeing the third taranga of Vichara Sagara, where Guru Shishya Swarupa Nirupanam, Lakshana Nirupanam, the description of the characteristics of Guru and Shishya. Shishya Nirupanam was done very briefly, that one who is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampadna is the Shishya. Who is Guru? One who is Shrotriya and Brahmanishtha. And afterwards, the topic of Guru Seva Krama, the order of serving the teacher. And in that, Namaskara, Padacharana Rajadharanam, and remaining with the Guru as Brahmachari. And the fourth one was Dhanadi Arpanam. Sharira, Dhana, Vak and Mana. These four are to be offered to the Guru. And in which manner they are to be offered, that was explained. And then, after Guru has accepted this person as a disciple and he is serving the teacher, and when he finds the teacher is happy, then what Shishya should do? That was explained in this 121, that when he finds the teacher is relatively pleased with his seva, then he should ask question, or he should ask for the permission to ask the question. And he glorifies the teacher, explaining or expressing his sense of importance for Guru. Means, I value your presence in my life. That he expresses through stuti. And then prashnecha nivedayet. And in between this, how Shishya should remain with Guru, that was explained, that he should stay with Bhiksha. And then footnote was that Bhiksha Shinacha Bhavyam. So Bhiksham Ashnute iti Bhikshashi and Tena Bhavyam. Bhiksham Ashnotum Shilam Yasya Saha Bhikshashi and Tena. So Bhiksha Upapada Ash Dhatu Nini Pratyasa. Bhikshashi Prathama Ekvachanam. Pratipadika will be Bhikshashin, and one should remain as Bhikshashi. And then footnote is Ayam cha niyamaha brahmachari sannyasina. So when Shishya remains with the Guru and he should live on Bhiksha, that rule is applicable only for brahmachari and sannyasi. Grihastha cannot ask for Bhiksha. If Grihasthas also ask for Bhiksha, we will give Bhiksha. All are Bhiksharthi only. Na Grihasthasya. Grihastha is not supposed to ask for Bhiksha. So this niyama is for brahmachari. So he should remain on Bhiksha, and that whatever Bhiksha he collects, he should offer it to the Guru, and if Guru permits, he should eat. And if the Guru wants to test the devotion to the Guru wants to test the devotion of the Shishya to the Guru, then he may ask not to eat. He may not give permission. So he should fast on that day. Then second day he can eat and hope that second day Guru will say yes. Then he lives this life without any manovikruti, without any reaction. And when in this manner he lives with the Guru, then he asks for the permission to ask questions, and then he presents his doubt or question, whatever he has, as we had seen, Ko nama bandha kathamesha agataha, etc. And then after talking about the normal route is that a seeker of freedom who has become the seeker of knowledge goes to the Guru, remains with Guru, doing seva, not study, just remains with Guru, only on observation, under observation period. And when Guru is happy and asks, gives the permission to ask question, then only ask question, and then Guru will start the teaching at appropriate time. That is a normal route. Extraordinary route or special route, VIP route is what? If a person is Uttam Adhikari, then the day he comes and he presents himself, Guru is able to find out this person is Uttam Adhikari, and next day itself he may start the classes. And what is the logic behind? That was explained. That Guru Seva is supposed to give twofold result. One is the grace of the Guru. Second is the Antakrana Shuddhi. And seeing this Uttamadhikari, Guru has already, there is grace, is already invoked in the heart of the Guru. That person must be so bright that he invokes that grace in the heart of the Guru. So therefore the first purpose of Seva is to invoke the grace. That is served, and Antakrana Shuddhi already has. And therefore both the purpose being served, he need not go through the usual status of Sharirarpanam, etc. Right away he gets the teaching. Therefore, this exemption is given based on the merit. Like in some courses it is like this. If you have done some earlier study, then you are exempted from two subjects. I know in a diploma that those who have done 12th, for them science, that's what is called chemistry and maths, they need not study because they have already studied in 12th. Those who are coming from 10th, they have to study. So for some people, first year some subjects are exempted. So similarly, this person Uttamadhikari is exempted from observation period, seva period, etc. Right away he gets the study. But it doesn't mean that he is really getting without doing seva. He must have done in the past janma. This is that he carry forward only. It is not that like zero entry is there. Carry forward is happening in his case. So these two which are to be attained from the seva of the Guru. What are the two things? Guru Prasada and Antakrana Shuddhi. He already has, and therefore he is right away taught. Up to this we had seen. Now, he is now concluding the topic with a shloka. Gurave yo manovacho karyarthadi samarpyatam sevate bhavati brahma prasadati shayad guroho. Yaha, whichever mumukshu, shishya, Gurave, to the teacher, Samarpya, having offered what? Kaya, body, Artha, the Dhanam, Adipadena, Vak, and Bana. Samarpya, having offered. So anyone having offered Kaya, Artha, Manovacha also is there. Manaha, Vacha, and Kaya Arthadi. Kaya Artha. Adipadena, then we have to take Buddhi. So one who offers Manaha, Vacha, Kaya and Artha and Adipadena, this Buddhi, then Tam Sevate, having offered all of them, Sevate, he serves the teacher. Tam means Guru. So having offered mind, speech, body, organ of speech, etc., he serves that Guru. And we have seen the Buddhi offering is not like stop your Buddhi. Swamiji, aapko to Buddhi humne de diya, hum chhodte hi nahi. We don't think because I have already given Buddhi. That is not the idea. We have seen samarping the Buddhi, offering the Buddhi to the Guru is in the form of not having prejudices. openness to listen to Guru. That is called offering the buddhi. And having offering all of them, sevate, serves the Guru. Then saha shishyaha, saha, that shishya bhavati Brahma, becomes Brahma. How he becomes Brahma? Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati. So he becomes Brahma by knowing Brahma. And how does he get knowledge? Guroho prasadati shayat. Because of extraordinary, Atishaya has got the meaning, extraordinary grace of the Guru. So any Shishya who serves the Guru, having offered the mana, va, kaya, artha, etc., that person, that Shishya, becomes Brahma by knowing Brahma. And how knows he knows Brahma? By extraordinary grace of the Guru. And earlier we had seen, the grace of the Guru is expressed in the form of teaching. Main grace is that only. Not that he puts his hand on my head. That is not the grace. Main grace is he teaches with compassion, without hiding anything. And he teaches in such a way that student understands. His intention is not to impress the student. His intention is to communicate in such a way that student understands. That is his grace. So, Upadesha Paryantam Prasadati Shyat. So, because of the grace of the Guru, which is there up to this teaching, learning on the part, teaching on the part of the teacher, learning on the part of the disciple. And because of that teaching, which is the grace of the Guru, Shishya gets the knowledge, and by getting knowledge of Brahma, he becomes Brahma. Becomes is within the quote. It's not really becomes. He owns up that I am Brahma. And what he has said in this shloka, he explains in the next sentence. Yahatu Manovakaya Dhanadikam Shri Sadgurave Samarpya Ahoratram Tam Shushrushate Sahi Brahmaiva Bhavati. However, compared to all other, or compared to Uttamadhikari, Yahatu Manovakaya Dhanadikam, mind, vak, the organ of speech, body, wealth, etc. Shri Sadgurave Samarpya, having offered to the great Guru, Ahoratram, day and night, Tam Shushrushate, he serves the teacher. This Ahoratram is not like 24 hours he will be serving. Means 24 hours he is ready to serve. He will not say, Guruji, 8 o'clock, after that my duty is not there. You hire another disciple. Night duty disciple. After 8 o'clock I am not available. That is not there. Means I am available to serve anytime. That is what is meant by Ahoratram. In fact, in all the counters, when they say 24/7 we serve, doesn't mean they serve 24/7. They are available 24/7. So, Ahoratram tam sushrushate sahi brahmaiva bhavati. Saha shishyaha brahmaiva bhavati. We have to supply jnana dvara. Brahma jnana dvara brahmaiva bhavati. Becomes Brahma. And one important thing he writes, Sadguruhu cha asmai sahayam karoti. And Sadguru, great teacher, Asmai, Shishyaya, to this person, Sahayam Karoti, thus help. So, Guru helps the disciple in getting knowledge, in becoming Brahman. How? Upadesha Dwara. Sri Sadguru, Upadesha Dwara Sahayam Karoti. By this, what is suggested? That really Guru is not making the Shishya Gnani. Guru is helping the Shishya to learn. Guru is helping Shishya to receive knowledge. So we should not throw away our responsibility on the Guru. Guru, I have come to you. It is your responsibility to make me Gnani in 1 year. So that type of contract we should not give. And even if you give, Guru will not take this contract. So Guru will help you to learn. And that is why we say that Guru Krupa is very important. But for Guru Krupa to work, Atma Krupa is also required. Atma Krupa means the grace of oneself on oneself. Means my own body, mind, sense complex should be conducive. If I am saying that whatever happens, any guru comes, nobody can make me Gnani. Suppose Shishya has already decided, Swamiji, I am so bad. I have done so many papa, and my habits, my character, everything is so bad, Swamiji. I don't think anybody can give me knowledge, anybody can give me moksha. If person has decided like this, Guru also cannot. So for Guru Krupa to work, Atma Krupa has to be there to some extent. Otherwise it will not happen. Therefore here it is made clear that Guruhu asme sahayam karoti. Upadesha dwara sahayam karoti. In English they say, no, we can take the horse to the pond. We cannot make it drink. So Shishya horse, no, Guru will take it to the Shastra. But finally Shishya has to drink. Guru will put him in a spot where he can drink well. He will make it, Shastra, what is called receivable, palatable, adoptable, acceptable. But finally Shishya has to eat. The Shishya has to, it's like somebody puts food in your bath, but still you have to chew it, no? Swallow it. You have kept it, no, I will not eat. So he remains. That's how. So person, he should not have that type of dependence on Guru. That Swamiji, मैंने तो स्वामी जी को सौंप दिया है. So मोक्ष देना है तो देना, नहीं देना. So if he gives, he gives. That is not your devotion to the Guru. It may be laziness. Means you are not ready to do any sadhana from your side. That should not be approached. Therefore, Sadguru Chasme Sahayam Karoti. Alright. With this, the third Taranga is concluded. Iti Shri Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati Virachite Vichara Sagare Guru Shishya Swarupa Nirupanam Nama Tritiyas Tarangaha. So, third Taranga in the Vichara Sagara, where Guru Shishya Swarupa Nirupanam was done, means the description of the characteristics of Guru and Shishya and what is to be done by Shishya. After approaching the Guru, what should be his or her attitude and what should be done to receive or invoke the grace in the Guru. All those things were very elaborately, systematically described. And as we have seen, this description of Guru Seva, etc., is not meant for creating any complex or guilt. Oh, Swamiji, I did not know this description. They should have taught me before. Swami, otherwise I would not have done this, So, many things when we read this, oh my God, we did not follow this, that type of feeling may come. And it may create guilt. So, what should be our response to that, the rise of guilt? We tell ourselves. At that time, my background as a student was such that I can behave the way I behaved. So, it was the best possible with that background. So, I don't blame myself. And I don't blame my Guru also. That why didn't he teach me how should I behave? So, we can blame Guru also. We can shift the blame. See, if Guru had taught me how to behave, I would not have behaved like this. So, we can blame Guru, but there is no point in blaming Guru. Because Guru also did not know that you don't know this. He thought this is a very common sense thing. We should do it. Or Guru has his own reason that why should I trust myself on others? Bhagwan will take care. Or something he might have thought. And therefore, we don't blame Guru also, we don't blame ourselves also. Then what should be our approach to this description? Approach is, from this, is there anything I can learn and change myself in terms of my behavior, my attitude towards them? Now onwards. In Gujarati, they say, Jagya Tyarthi Sawa. So when you wake up, that is morning. What is the morning time? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Different people have different hours. No? He said, I got up in the morning. So what is morning? 9 o'clock is morning for him. Many people morning is 9 o'clock. So whenever you wake up, from that day onwards you change. So this is should not be taken as a cause for or meant for creating guilt. It is just meant for learning. Such is educative it is. It should not be creating any guilt. Need not create guilt. If you have proper attitude to this description, we take it in a right spirit. Okay. With this, we conclude this third taranga. We go to the fourth taranga. Okay. So let us see the story so far and story which is going to come. The news so far and news ahead, both. In this Vichara Sagara, there are 7 tarangas. The first 2 tarangas are dealing with Anubandha Chatushtaya. First taranga is from 1 to 39, dealing with Anubandha Chatushtaya means 4-fold introductory points in general. So, Anubandha Vishaye Samanya Akshepa Tat Samadhanani Cha. That was the topic. So 1 to 39, first taranga, where what are the Anubandhas and what are the objections. There can be general objection and then answer. So that is first 1 to 39, first taranga. Second taranga also is Anubandha Chatushtaya Vishayaka taranga. Taranga dealing with, taranga means section, dealing with or chapter. Chapter dealing with Anubandha only. See how much depth they have, that about Anubandha itself 2 chapters. So second chapter, second taranga is from 40 to 108. So imagine. So 69, the tarangas, means 69 sections are used for this Anubandha. So second taranga is also regarding Anubandha, but the difference between the first and second is, in second, the Akshepa, the objections raised are specific, special. So Anubandha Chatushtaya Vishayaka Vishesha Akshepaha Tat Samadhanani. That is the topic. So special objections regarding Anubandha Chatushtaya and answer to them. That is the second taranga. That is 40 to 108. Then third taranga, which we just now completed, 109 to 121. So about 13, not about 13, 13 tarangas. And what is the topic? Guru Shishya Swarupa Nirupanam. The description of the characteristics of Guru and Shishya and the duties of Shishya towards Guru. That was the third taranga from 109 to 121. Now, 4 to 6th taranga is the Vedantopadesha, is the teaching of Vedanta, which is starting from 122 and goes up to 463. 4 to 6 taranga is a central part of this text. 122, section number 122 up to 463. So about 340 tarangas. So in these 3 tarangas. Now 122 to 463 avartas. These are avartas number. So 4 to 6. And in that also there is a division. 4th taranga is the teaching given to Uttamadhikari. 4th taranga, the teaching given to the best qualified person, first class student. His name is Tattva-drishti. Nice name. Tattva-drishti, the Uttamadhikari, is given this Upadesha. So Swami, mera naam bhi rakh do, Tattva-drishti. So, like, so Tattvadrashti Uttamadhikari. That is from 122 to 225. Fourth Taranga. Fourth chapter, where the teaching is given to Uttamadhikari. And this most of it, many important topics are covered. Jiva, Brahma, Ekyam, Adhyasa, Khyati, etc. Fourth Taranga. Then fifth Taranga, fifth chapter, 226 to 316. This is the Taranga where the teaching is given to Madhyamadhikari. And Madhyamadhikari's name is Adrashti. Adrashti means he is innocent fellow, ignorant. Na vidyate drishtihi yasya saha adrashtihi. So whereas Uttama Drishti is a very well informed, sadhana chatushtaya sampanna, so it is like a very low flash point. So little bit ignition and starts. Some people like like a scooter, don't like so many kicks we have to give. So that Adrashti, fifth Taranga, fifth chapter, is the teaching given to Madhyamadhikari, medium qualified person, whose name is Adrashti. Sixth Taranga is a long Taranga given to Kanishtha Adhikari, lower qualified person. Manda, lower I think better. Sixth Taranga, and these avartas are 317 to 463. Very huge. 317 to 463. So about how many? 146. 146. 146? 147. 147. वो mistake होता ही रहता है. 147 tarangas are there. For whom? Kanishtha Adhikari. And you know what is his name? Tarka Drishti. Matlab, he has studied this Tarka and he is so much obsessed with Tarka that he has so many questions. And he has not seen the limitation of Tarka. Studying Tarka is not really a problem. But for most of the people who do not have proper guidance, they get overwhelmed by the Tarka. And therefore, they have difficulty in imbibing the vision of Vedanta. Because based on Tarka, they will be raising this, here Vichara will be there, Sopadika will be there, so many doshas are there in Tarka Shastra. Hitva Bhasa. So, he will be Sat Pratipaksh ho jayega here. So many things, he has got a language also. So, there will be so many objections. So, the interesting thing is, Adrashti is medium, whereas Tarka Drashti is considered lower. Generally, Tarka Drishti should be, is having high, sharp reasoning, so he should be little higher grade, he should be given, second class. But instead of that, he is given lower grade. And this Adrashti is medium grade. It is something like they say in music, learning music. He said, if you have not learned music, and if you want to learn, fees is 500 rupees. If you have learned somewhere else, and if you are coming, fees is 900 rupees. Right? Because you have to be made unlearned. Many cases, not all cases. So here Tarka Drishti has got so many wrong ideas that he needs to be worked on little more. Therefore, he is given lower grade, Tarka Drishti. Okay. So this is 307 to 463. So 4 to 6 is the teaching of Vedanta to 3 types of Adhikari. This is the greatness of this text, that it addresses all 3 types of Adhikari. Some texts will be dealing with Uttama, some text will be Madhyama, some will be Kanishtha, but this deals with all. Sabke liye kuch na kuch hai. So for everybody there is something. That's nice. Alright, Tarka Drishti. So this is 3 Tarangas, 4 to 6, Vedanta Upadesha. And 7th Taranga, 464 to 538. 7th chapter is Jnana Phalam. So mainly what we can say, so Jnana Phalam is this last Taranga, 7th chapter. So here mainly we can say there are 4 topics of Vichara Sagara. Anubandha Chatushtaya, then Guru Shishya Nirupanam, Vedanta Upadesha and Vedanta Jnana Phalam. These are the 4 topics in Vichara Sagara. So now you can feel what is there in Vichara Sagara. I know A to Z about Vichara Sagara. बता देना बस ये बस इतना काफी है. All right. So with this background we enter into the 4th taranga. Atha उत्तमाधिकारिणः Upadesha Nirupanam Nama Chaturthaha Tarangaha. The fourth chapter from 122 to 225, Nama called the 4th chapter called Upadesha Nirupanam, the presentation of the teaching. For whom? Uttamadhikarinaha, for or to the best qualified person, highly qualified person. Atha means now. Now the 4th taranga is started, which is called the presentation of the teaching for highly qualified person. Alright. And when I was reading that yesterday, that Uttamadhikarina direct teaching. For other they have to do seva, and for Uttamadhikari direct teaching. Then I said nowadays all are considered direct Uttamadhikari only. Isn't it? Because all are given right away teaching. Even before they come, they start attending online classes. So, Uttama to Uttama, highly qualified. So, I was thinking that's a very good thing, that all Shishyas are now considered to be Uttamadhikari. Like nowadays, all sannyasis, they consider to be Paramahamsa only. Even though Paramahamsa is a very high grade of sannyasa. But now all, which sannyasi are Paramahamsa only. Paramahamsa sannyasi, so many rules are. Most of them are like Kutichaka, Uda, Bahudaka only. But still now, we don't have that other grade, Paramahamsa. Similarly, now all Shishyas are what? Uttamadhikari. So I think in the beginning of the course we should say, see, generally the normal track is this, but for Uttamadhikari, this is the track. And so I am very happy to announce that for all of you, the VIP track is chosen. So people should feel good. Alright. Anyway, but afterwards that Uttamadhikari, when we describe, they will feel bad also. Alright. Now let us read the Chaturtha Taranga first sentence. Idani Guru Shishya Samvadatmika Kachana Apurva Akhyayika Virachyate. Idani, now. Now means after presenting Anubandha Chatushtaya and this Guru Shishya Lakshana, now. Means you are supposed to be mentally ready to receive the content of the next taranga. Idani, now. Akhyayika, a story. Kachana, some story. Because most of the people like stories. I generally say 3 things people like: chocolate, ice cream, and stories. So, I mean, that's what I think, because I like all 3 of them. So, Akhyayika I really love. I think most of you may love. And other things also, but that is not here mentioned. Chocolate, ice cream not mentioned. Kachan Akhyayika Virachyate. Virachyate means composed, presented. Composed is the main meaning, presented here. So some story is presented. Acha, what is the nature of the story? Generally, story means what? There was one king and so many, some children were there and the children did not listen to them or something. And this one son was driven out, and then he did tapas, and after so many, I'm just creating story. Something like that we expect. But here, the the main theme of the story is Guru Shishya Samvadatmika. The story is in the form of Atmika, means in the form of consisting of what? Guru Shishya Samvada, the dialogue between the teacher and disciple. So some story in the form of or consisting of the dialogue between Guru and Shishya, Virachyate, is composed. And we have seen that most of our Upanishads are in the form of dialogue. And by that, what is the message given is that this Vidya is to be attained by going to the teacher. This Vidya is to be attained by Samvada with the teacher. That message is conveyed. Therefore, here also, Guru Shishya Samvadatmika, Akshayika Virachyate. And this Akshayika, somebody says, where is this story? From where they have put? He said, don't search for the source. Because every time people want source. What is the original, Swamiji? He said, don't search. This itself is original. Apurva. Apurva means unique, unprecedented. Means you will not find this story anywhere else. This story I have just written just for the purpose of this convenience of communication. And one more reason also he gives. Okay, so the first sentence is, now some new story which is in the form of the dialogue between Guru and Shishya is composed and presented. What is the karta here? Karta is Maya. So Granthakarena, because this is a karmani prayoga, no? So Maya Virachyate. Karta is not there. So Akhya is a karma. The karma is governing the verb, that's true. So Maya Granthakarena Virachyate. Alright. Then why this story is given? Etat Shravana Matrena Jignasuhu Mumukshuhu Atma Vichare Vrisham Samarthaha Bhave. Etat Shravana Matrena. Etat refers to Akshayika. By mere, Matrena means mere. By mere listening to this story. So it is not mere story part you should listen. Story along with the dialogue. So etat shravana matrena. So by mere listening to this story which contains the dialogue between Guru and Shishya, Jignasuhu Mumukshuhu Atma Vichare, in analyzing the Atma, Brusham Samartha Bhave, would become very much capable. Brusham means very much. Samartha means capable. By listening to this story, this person who is Jignasu and Mumukshu would become capable of this Atma Vichara. He will be highly capable in Atma Vichara. The story part itself will help, inspire. But over and above the story, the dialogue part, when it is listened to, then person will be highly capable of understanding Atma. Vichara, analysis and understanding of Atma. And here, the adjective for the reader or the student is Jignasuhu Mumukshu. As we have seen earlier, these two adjectives are used for seeker. Popular adjective is Mumukshu, means he is seeker of freedom. Moktu Michu Mumukshu. But it is not enough that a person is Mumukshu, because sometimes person may be having intense desire for moksha, but he wants to get moksha by raising his kundalini. So he said, I will get moksha by having this, my kundalini rising up to Sahasrara. And there I will have this Jiva Ishvara Aikya, and then there's some rasa is there, some name is there of the rasa. That rasa will be there, that I will experience, that is moksha. So if that type of idea is there in the mind of a person, that I want to get moksha by raising my kundalini up to Sahasrara. Now it is sitting in the Mooladhara. Muladhara to Sahasrara. Sahasrara means 1000 petal chakra. So there I want to raise it, and that is moksha. So then this person will not be interested and will not be benefited by listening to this. He said all this is theory. But after listening this, what will be one line comment? All this is theory. He said it is something like recipe book. They will say Vedanta, which Vedanta text is what? Recipe book. He said by recipe book will your hunger go away? Not go away. So I said that's true. What you have to do? You have to cook. Similarly, after listening to Vedanta, you have to raise your Kundalini to make Jiva one with Paramatma. So that type of idea one who has is a mumukshu but not jignasu. Therefore, he should be jignasu also. And it is not enough that a person is a jignasu and not mumukshu. That also is not useful. Some people is jignasu means he is highly interested and very excited by listening to Shastra. But he doesn't connect this pursuit of knowledge with moksha. They say this is my passion. Study of Vedanta is my passion. And it really excites me. He says it's so exciting. It gives me it gives intellectual stimulation. Highly logical. So Puropaksha, Sabadhanam, 5 Vikalpas, 10 Vikalpas, especially you study this Chitsuki. I think in the first part of that the Chitsuki, what is Swaprakasha? About 10 to 11 options are presented. So we have to remember, my God, 10 to 11 options. What is Swaprakashatvam ke Atmana Swabha? ये तो सब self evident है. हमारे को तो बहुत evident है. इसमें बहुत सारे. It's almost, I think almost in the beginning itself it is there. And if you study this Khandan Khanda Khadya, so one concept of Nayayika is taken up and dismissed. Whatever Nayayika says abhava, this type of 4 types of abhava, what is abhava? Each one is dismissed. And then people will say that you are dismissing everything. What is your Siddhanta? Your Siddhanta also will be dismissed. He said you dismiss our Siddhanta. We don't have problem because our Siddhanta is Atma Swarupa, which is self-evident. He said we are not stuck with any particular prakriya. Prakriya we use, but if somebody shows the limitation in prakriya, we are ready to accept. We do not give any absolute place to any prakriya. We ourselves says, yeah. He says, Khandyatam, Dradataram Khandyatam. The Khandan Khanda Khadyakara, he said, if you want to dismiss it well. Anyway, we also are going to say, Upadeshadayam Vadaha Date Dvaitam Na Vidyate. We are also going to tell, you are doing our job. So anyway, I had to sweep it out. So you are doing my job. So that type of is very highly intellectually, but you should have some intelligence to understand that. If you have some intelligence, it's highly exciting, highly stimulating. But it has nothing to do with moksha. Moksha, Purushartha, it doesn't connect. That is something Maya, Prabhava. So therefore, it is not enough that a person is only Jignasu and not Mumukshu. Both one should be. Therefore, Jignasuhu Mumukshuhu. Therefore, Pujya Swamiji used to say that conversion of Mumuksha into Jignasa is a very big step in the pursuit of moksha. Conversion. So I had Mumuksha, now my Mumuksha is converted into Jignasa. It's a very, very important step. Therefore, he gives both the adjectives. Jignasu Mumukshu Atma Vichare Bhrusham Samartha Bhave. Alright. So with this background, he now introduces the subject. First, he gives the Katha. Footnote? Kachana Apurva Katha. Shrutyadishu Upalabhyamana Janaka Yagnyavalkyadyakhyayikadivat Yam Guru Shishya Samvadatmika Katha Puranadya Prasiddha Api Swabuddhi Matrena apurvataya kalpyate. That is what he means by kachana apurva. He says this katha is like what? Yam katha. This katha is shrutyadishu upalabhyamana, found in Shruti, Smriti, Itihasa, Purana. So shrutyadishu upalabhyamana. Katha, like what? Like what? Janaka Yagyavalkyadyakya, Akhyayika. The story of Janaka and Yagyavalkya. It too is found in Brihadaranyaka. In Brihadaranyaka, we have got story of Janaka Yagyavalkya in the third chapter also is there, later on also it is there. So, Janaka Yagyavalkya, the story, what? Like that. So, this story is like the story of Janaka and Yagyavalkya found in Shruti, etc. And Guru Shishya Samvadatmika. It is in the form of the dialogue between Guru and Shishya. Means the main part of the story is not the story. The dialogue is the main part. Therefore, it's Guru Shishya Samvadatmika, consisting of, mainly comprising of this Guru Shishya Samvada, the dialogue between Guru and Shishya. And Puranadi Aprasiddha api, and not found, not well known or found in Puranadi, Purana Itihasa, it is not there. But Swabuddhi Matrena, by one's own Buddhi, Apurvataya, as unique, unprecedentedly, Kalpyate, it is imagined by me. So somebody may say that how can you tell your own story? Like we said, you are telling your own story. How can you do that? We do it because kathayam tatparyam nasti. We do not have tatparya in katha. And therefore you can tell one more story. Like you are teaching mathematics, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And that you can explain by saying 3 apples plus 2 apples is equal to how many apples? That. So, the next day you don't say apple. So you say 3 oranges and 2 oranges. Then some students say, yesterday you are telling apple, today you are... Tatparya is not there. Since Tatparya is not there in the example or story, therefore you can have your own story. Even though in the textbook they might have given one example. By these, perhaps UKG, LKG, they will give 3 apples, they will show, and 2 apples. How many are there? 5. But you need not stick to that. If some student said, ma'am, this in the book only apples are given, why are you saying orange? There will be some nanu nachavala. Tatparyam nasti tatra. So therefore, apurvataya kalpyate. Okay. Now, first topic is from 122 to 125. And what is that? Shubha santatehe rajnaha tatpadrishtihi iti adrishtihi iti tarkadrishtihi iti samakhyātānām tatputranām ca katha. So there is a story of a king. Generally story of most of our story, there was a king, ek raja tha. One Swamiji told very nicely. It's a shortest story in Hindi he told. He says, एक था राजा एक थी रानी मर गए दोनों खत्म कहानी. I really love that, and this can be told only in Hindi. In other language we cannot tell. So story is this much. There was a king, there was a queen, both of them died. Story khatam. That's all. All right. So Shubha Santati. The name of the king is Shubha Santati. Very beautiful name. In earlier days, one good thing I find that people used to have some meaningful names. Nowadays, Chintu, Pintu. Hey, Chintu has got what meaning? I don't know. Is there any meaning, Chintu? There is no meaning, Pintu. Is there a meaning? But people have that type of meaning, Chintu, Pintu. Earlier we used to have Narayana, Subramanyam. Meaning. So, and Kritarthaha, Somebody asked me yesterday, so what is the name given? I said, Kritartha. Nice name. Kritahartha. So you give such name which will inspire the person. When I was given the name Brahmacharya name Surut, it is really inspiring name. Surut means one who is friendly with all. So झगड़ा करने से डर लगता है ना. So we cannot fight because your name is Surut, you are fighting. So good. So names were good. So Shubha Santati is the name of the king. Shubha Santatihi Parampara Yasya. So one who has got Shubha, auspicious, good, Santati, Parampara, lineage. That person is called Shubha Santati. Now, it has got the meaning both ways. He himself had good lineage, backward means forefathers were very great. That way Shubha Santati. And he himself has good Santati. Therefore Shubha Santati. Both ways. Upward, downward, both Shubha. Therefore Shubha Santati. Then that is the name of the king. Here a story is there where king's name is Shubha Santati. And he has got 3 children. First one is Tattva Drishtihi. His name is Tattva Drishti. Tattve Drishtihi Yasya. One who is vision, sight. Vision is about Tattva, the reality. Is called Tattva Drishti. Only problem is, this is a nice name, but we cannot give this name because this Tattva Drishti should be given to a boy or girl. Huh? Girl. But actually here is the name for boy. So Tattva Drishti. Therefore problem हो जाएगा. So ये नहीं देते. So Tattva Drishti. So one who has got the vision of Tattva. Other is Adrishti. So one who is not having the vision now. Na vidyate drishtihi yasya. Third is Tarka Drishtihi. Tarke or Tarka Sahita Drishtihi. One who is vision, thinking, is endowed with, governed by Tarka, only reasoning. He is called Tarka Drishtihi. So, Shubha Santatehe Rajnaha and Tarka Drishti iti Samakhyātānām Tatputranām cha Katha. So, Rajnaha Tatputranām cha Katha. That is the main title. The story of a king and his sons. What is the name of the king? Shubha Santati. What is the name of the children? Tattva Drishti, Adrishti, Tarka Drishti iti Samakhyātānām. Means having the name called. So the story of the king called Shubha Santati and his son called Tattva Drishti, Adrishti and Tarka Drishti. So story of one king and his 3 children. Alright, now story starts. Shubha Santatehe Trailokyadhipatyam. Shubha Santati, the king, had Adhipatyam. Adhipatyam is overlordship. On what? Trailokya, all the 3 lokas. Imagination. When we want to do imagination, we should not do imagine he was the king of one small village. Some people, even in example, they will say, if I give you 1 grape, one grape क्यों दे देना? बुरा बोलो एक one bunch of grape, ऐसा बोलो. कम से कम बचने का दरिद्रता. But people, the small people always think small. Whereas he is the king. King of what? All 3 lokas. Trailokadhipatyam. So overlordship over the 3 lokas on the part of Shubha Santati. Alright. Now he starts the story. Shubha Santatihi Nama Kashyana Raja Lokatrayam Anushasasa. A king, some king, Kashyana Raja, some king, Nama called Shubha Santati, Anushasasa is a lit lakara. Anupurvaka Shasdhatu. Anushasasa means ruled over. Lokatrayam, 3 lokas. What are the 3 lokas? Bhuhu, Bhuva, Swaha. All 3 lokas. Lokatrayam, Anushasasa, he ruled over. Generally, human being will not be able to do that. But इस story में सब चलता है. So लोकत्रयम अनुशासासा. Is it clear? Story. Otherwise, human being they cannot. Even in Taittiriya, पृथ्वी अयम वित्तस्य पूर्णस्यात्. Not लोकत्रयम, but ये थोड़ा एक step आगे गया. So he लोकत्रयम अनुशासासा. Now next sentence, no, we have to read very carefully. Tasyanstrayah putraha. What is that? There no? Tasyasanstrayah putraha. What is that? How do you break it? Eh? Correct. How do you break this? तस्य आसन त्रयः पुत्राः. आसन. आसन is a क्रियापद. तस्य आसन त्रयः पुत्राः. He had 3 children. Asan means what is a as dhatu, this lang lakara. Asan trayah putraha. He had 3 children. What are the name? Tatpadrishtihi, adrishtihi, tarkadrishti iti cha vikhyataha. Who were well known as Tatpadrishti, Adrishti, Tarkadrishti. And Chatushastra Pravinaha cha. And they were expert in 4 Shastras. What are the 4 Shastra? Tarka, Mimamsa, Vyakarana and Sankhya. So they were expert in these 4 Shastras. Alright, more we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.